To manage a brand's value, you have to be looking at the strategic intent and creative expression of the brand as one. They are both equal parts of the value chain. Interbrand's 10 brand strength components are an holistic way of looking at branding and can offer insight into how marketeers can improve their brands. Interbrand's 10 components of brand strength have an important and equal role in a brand's ability to generate value. There are 4 internal factors and 6 external that bring together all aspects of a brand, its people, products, positioning and partners, to create a more holistic and accurate way of understanding and evaluating brands. First, let's look at clarity. Clarity is what the brand stands for in terms of its values, positioning and proposition. Nike scores high in clarity. Its brand values and positioning of our potential to be an athlete are embodied through Nike HQ. The building names pay tribute to the world's top athletes, and its Sportsfield campus stages events for employees and external audiences to practice and play. External clarity of communication starts with internal clarity. Moving on to our second internal brand strength factor, protection. Budweiser's 14-year battle with Czech competitor Budvar to trademark its name in Eastern Europe ended negatively for the American brand. Its failure to protect its brand name demonstrated a lapse in the management of the brand assets. Meanwhile, if you look at a brand like Kleenex, which has become the generic term for facial tissue, it has excelled in this area. The third component of strong brands is commitment. Commitment is the height to which a brand is held in organizational decision making and supported in terms of time, influence, and investment. Take a look at Google. Google is internally committed to an important part of its brand, its employees. The work environment they have created is testament to this, and it celebrates learning with its university, committed to developing its employees' understanding of the brand. Strong brands look inward and realize that it needs to have a home and a heart that starts with the employees, who are responsible for bringing the brand to life. Presence is the degree to which a brand feels omnipresent and is talked about positively by consumers and customers. The gaining influence of social networks has raised the stakes for managing brands across this factor. Lego's release of its development software through its Design by Me initiative has embraced and empowered its fans. The brand has opened up, increased its presence, and allowed its audience to become the brand's biggest ambassadors. Next up is relevance. This is the fit a brand has with consumer and customer needs, desires, and decision criteria. The question brands need to be asking themselves is, are they not only following needs, but are they also creating needs? A good example of following our needs is McDonald's. With the rise of the health conscious and the profile of celebrity chefs, fast, convenient food with a fast turnaround was not good enough for us anymore. We needed fast and good food and an environment that matched. McDonald's has aligned to our needs with new menus and a new stay longer environment. A good example of creating a need is American Express. With a range of credit cards reminding us that membership has its privileges, there was an opportunity to reach a consumer that was growing more and more concerned with the superficial level of status through wealth. Amex understood that philanthropy is our next need. By creating products that are linked to a cause through Red, American Express now has a choice with morals that gives customers a purchase to feel good about. As a factor of strong brands, authenticity is about how soundly a brand is based on an internal capability. It asks if a brand has a defined heritage and a well-grounded value set. VW has used its heritage as its communication DNA. Built on the premise of strength of product, it has continually retold the story of reliability and a strong build to generations of customers. Understanding responds to the brand not only being recognized, but shows there is an in-depth insight of its distinctive qualities among customers and employees. People get what the Apple brand is about beyond just a logo. The creative one, the different one, the crazy one. It has a story to tell and people immediately grasp that. Apple has a solid understanding of what its brand stands for and is able to convey this to the world through their communications, products, and company ethos. As a result, consumers are able to understand its characteristics in a way that creates affinity for the brand and results in purchase decisions. People get what the Apple brand is about beyond just a... Likewise, Apple's retail stores are not shops but places to worship, dream, and learn. A designed lifestyle experience that further articulates our understanding of the brand. Consistency is the degree to which a brand promise is experienced without fail across all touchpoints or formats. The old static model of consistency that required strict guidelines is changing. Brands need to be seen as living assets that hold true to their heritage but have the freedom to evolve. Consistency is important in building equity in meaning and recognition, but the way we now manage and grow the value of these assets is becoming far more intelligent. Coca-Cola follows an excellent mode of consistency by holding true to established equity but allowing the expression to expand. Differentiation is the degree to how unique the brand is in its market. What is the degree to which consumers and customers perceive the brand to have a differentiated positioning? Differentiation is the degree to how unique the brand is in its market. What is the degree to which consumers and customers perceive the brand to have a differentiated positioning? Virgin Atlantic challenged the market and air travellers to move beyond the norm of national flag carriers and the idea of functional A to B transportation. Virgin has shown that a sexy, fun, enjoyable and entertaining experience is a highly desirable way to fly. Responsiveness is a factor of brand strength that looks at a brand's ability to respond to changes and proactively create opportunities, evolve and renew. In the past, BMW has predominantly been concerned with reinforcing the product's ultimate attributes to its audiences. BMW's response to evolve into a lifestyle brand built around the joy of driving can only serve to strengthen the brand's emotional connection to its audiences. Similarly, the evolution of IBM over the years, from trust to speed to connecting to a bigger purpose of a smarter planet, reveals its responsiveness. The question we need to ask of brands is, are they responding in the right way to the dynamics of competitors, audiences, and markets? Each of the 10 brand strength factors are a balance of both strategic and creative forces, clear and powerful brand expression being the evidence of great strategy. Reaching the full potential of your brand comes from managing against each component of brand strength. In part, these factors shape a brand's performance and impact the value of the brand. On the whole, they create strong brands that stand apart.